AFC Championship. The Buffalo Bills at the Kansas City Chiefs. The Philadelphia Eagles thoroughly dispatched of the Washington Commanders in absolute blowout fashion. It was kind of close through halftime, but really the game was never in doubt. You know, I think in the second half, the closest the Commanders ever got was within 11, and then they immediately fumbled the football in their next possession. So just did not go the Commanders' way. They had an awesome, amazing season, though, and definitely far beyond expectations. And now we are on to game 2. I tried to jinx the Chiefs for all of you by picking the Chiefs in this game and also rooting for the Chiefs in this game, because it seems like whatever team I root for ends up losing. So I'm rooting for the Chiefs. And mainly because I don't want the Buffalo Bills to even get to the Super Bowl. Carrie, good evening to you. So we are rocking. We are rolling. We've had a great food delivery evening. We're at $84 in under 2.5 hours. So definitely one of the better Sunday nights that I've had in a while. And the Chiefs just scored a touchdown. It is 7-0 Chiefs over the Bills with 9 minutes left in the first quarter. So we're going to head back downtown, head towards our favorite place to get good orders, Magic Dumpster. We're going to head there. We've already gotten a bunch of great orders from downtown. That last one, by the way, that Cheesecake Factory, is kind of cool. Each customer left exactly $11 tip on both of those orders. So that's why it ended up being a $25 delivery for like 11 miles total. So that worked out great. Yep, I hate the Bills. Look, I wish there was a little more rotation of teams that would win the Super Bowl in the NFL. I really wish there was. But I lived with the Patriots dynasty for 20 years. It's hard for me to really get to this point where I'm like frustrated and fed up 7 years into a Chiefs dynasty. Like, there could be another 10 years of this. You better not get too sick of the Chiefs yet. So give me a couple more years and maybe I'll do it. For our Super Bowl party menu, the Chiefs are great because it means we get barbecue pretty much every year for our Super Bowl. For those of you that don't know, for our Super Bowl family tradition, we pick one key food from each of the 4 teams, the 4 best teams, 2 best from each conference. So this year we're going to be doing Philly cheesesteak sliders, and we're going to be doing, that's for the Philadelphia Eagles, and for the Washington Commanders, we're doing some crab dip. And then for the Kansas City Chiefs, we're going to do barbecue, and for the Buffalo Bills, of course, we will be doing buffalo wings. So those are going to be our 4 main foods that we're going to use for that. All right, and we got a $10 for 3-mile order that we're going to head over and grab here really quick. This is going to keep taking us back downtown, so it's a great drop-off location anyway. So as soon as we got back to decent orders, we got a decent order. It has been nonstop. This is going to put us at $94. Actually, no, we had a $3 hidden tip, so this will put us at $97 on the night. So, and that will be in less than 3 hours. $97. We started at 4:30. So we're gonna be at like 97. I don't know what time we're gonna get this exactly, but anyway, you get the picture. It's been a good delivery night. As far as I'll refresh here, but as far as I can tell, Grassi's not back live with his stream yet. He was recording videos in between the games. And so I will double check, because sometimes it doesn't autoplay even if you're sitting in the room. So I will double check when we stop here in just a second. So this is a little sushi pickup here. This could be good, guys. There are 12 items from this sushi restaurant. It's $10 flat, which is often a very good sign. Earlier we took a $10 offer that turned out to be $13. And now they're trying to stack me with a $7 for $16. Yeah, you're not going to fool me on that. You are not going to fool me on that one. But we're gonna go drop this off, and it's gonna bring us even closer to downtown. So just the mention of Magic Dumpster gave us a good order right away. So we're gonna just park here really quick. I gotta leave the phone in the car because the phone is attached to the car Wi-Fi. There's always a chance that the Wi-Fi will quit for a second. Bald and bearded Mark Zuckerberg. I feel like that's a little far of a stretch. But welcome into the room. You're wrong on that, Javid. I'm a follower of Jesus, not Muslim. I've investigated the claims of Islam, and I don't find them to be historically reliable versus the claims of Jesus. So I'm a follower of Jesus. So I'm going to believe what people who lived with Jesus said about Jesus versus someone who came years after him. I go with the eyewitness accounting. But I appreciate you being in here, Javid. And Sky, hello from the United States. Blonde's Music, thank you so much for hanging out with us. So I got to go pick up this order. I'll be right back. But if you guys want to hang out, we're going to be talking all about the Chiefs and Bills game here. It is 7-0 Chiefs. So I'll be right back with you all. Alright, we are back. We have had an awesome run of orders tonight. So like I said, this is going to put us at $97 in under 3 hours, which is absolutely phenomenal. Thank you, Carrie King. Jesus is the only Son of God, creator of heaven and earth, the only path to eternal life, the one, the only, the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Who is like the Lord? So, all right, where do we gotta go? We gotta go 2 miles to drop this one off, and then we'll be even closer to downtown. I'm gonna quickly see if this grassy stream is rolling. Yes. All right, it is now 7-3. The Chiefs ahead of the Bills. Yeah, so I was on the stream, but it did not automatically start when Grassy came on live. A friendly reminder to everyone, if you are enjoying the sports coverage, make sure that you click on that pinned link. That is our link to MetropoliFins, my new sports channel, covering baseball and football from a New York Mets and Miami Dolphins fan perspective. So, we are phasing out the sports streams on this channel, and they're all going to go on to the new sports channel, MetropoliFins. We got 2 miles to go. We're going to go make this drop off. So how are you doing tonight, Carrie? I got your message. Since I don't know if there's anybody else actually here, we're going to roll with it anyway. I did see the speech. That's interesting. So we like to talk about Sir Elon Musk on this channel a lot. And my big thing with Elon is I want to believe he's a good guy. I want to believe he's a good guy. I want to believe that he sees some of the future issues that some of this technology could bring, and he's trying to get out in front and be preventative. But I still have some trust issues. So, always love that question. What is your thoughts on Elon? You know, I don't mean, not talking politically, because as soon as you start talking politics, it goes nuts up. But just as a person, always interesting. All right, we've got 1.5 miles to go. It is 7-3, Chiefs over the Bills to start the game here. This is the game a lot of people have been anticipating, the game a lot of people have been waiting for, so we'll see. Can the Bills go blow for blow with the Chiefs, or Grubhub's sending a ton of orders. They're not good ones, but they're sending a lot. We are currently paused on DoorDash. We're delivering this $10 for 3-mile UberEats. As soon as we get it off, we'll do that. King Neptune, Guzman, how are you doing tonight? Appreciate you being here. All right, Mahomes goes for a deep pass, but it is dropped. Thank you so much. Appreciate the like, Guzman, and definitely invite all of you, whether you're watching live or on replay, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and if you are a fan of sports, make sure you click on that pinned link. It'll bring you to MetropoliFins, our new sports channel. That's where all of our sports content is headed in the weeks ahead. Most of it is already there now. Vitalik, good evening to you. So I'll probably be live on the sports channel when I get home tonight. they're just not letting me vertical live stream even though I'm over the 50 subs. So I'm trying to figure out, it might just be a delay. It might take a couple days for them to verify it, because they want to make sure you don't have fake subs. You know, they're trying to verify that you're not just buying subscribers. They want you to actually earn your subscribers. So we're just about a half mile away from this drop off here. All right, we've got a quarter of a mile to go. We're going to get this order dropped off, and we're going to head right back downtown, head towards our favorite magic dumpster where we go to get good orders. We've gotten amazing orders from downtown pretty much all night. It's been non-stop since 4:30. It's not even yet 7:30, and we're already like $97 once this order is delivered. And there's a chance for a hidden tip that'll come through an hour later on UberEats as well. So this very well could push us over $100 in less than 3 hours. I don't think I've had a Sunday night like this in quite some time. So super thankful and grateful for great orders, as well as great hanging out. It says there's a road here, but I don't even see a road. Apparently this is the road. Wow, you can barely see. That's such an old street sign. Wow, this is like super Sketchville back here. It's like not in a sketchy area, but it's like, it's a road that you can barely see. No lights. Very end there's a street light, but, or a house light, I guess. It's probably the person I'm delivering to. I've never been back here. Sketchville. There it is. I see the sign. It says leave at the front door. Also says meet. Good evening. Did you want to meet at the front door or leave? It says both. Meet the customer and leave at the door. Never sure what to do on these. Meet outside. Leave at the front door. right, we thought we had everything good for delivery, but we actually needed a pin, even though they said leave outside the door. So then it took them like 5 minutes to come down. That's how it goes sometimes. We're all good. I just got to figure out how to get turned around back here. This is tight. Not a lot of room to maneuver, but I got a dinky little car, so I think I can make this work. Patrick Mahomes with a fumble. And they didn't call a penalty on it? Patrick Mahomes is not allowed to fumble. I mean, I'll tell you, if there's going to be anything that I would enjoy about a Chiefs loss, it will be Grassi's scripted. Grassi's scripted would be amazing if the Chiefs lose. No penalty. No, I think the Chiefs forgot to pay off one of the refs. All right, I'm gonna get caught up here on the Grassi stream because it paused out on me here, but all right, well, directions to Cafe Milano. All right, we're going to get out of here. We're going to get back to downtown. We're still on good pace. That definitely slowed us down here. Just anytime you have to meet the customer for a pin, it is rough. I would rather these companies just start punishing people who are reporting food that's missing than making us do pins. $22 for 25 miles. So we're going to pass on that one. We're going to get DoorDash back on. We're going to head downtown. Head down to Magic Dumpster. All right. We are at the end of the first quarter here. End of the first quarter. It is 7-3 Chiefs at the end of the first quarter. Bills currently have the ball, trying to put a nice little drive together here, maybe even take the lead. So we'll see. We'll be with you at least through halftime. We're going to stay out as long as there's good orders. It's only 7:15. It's weird having like end of the first quarter for a Sunday night football game, but then it's only 7:15. Because usually these games, normal Sunday night football starts at like 8:30, and so halftime's like 10 or 8 and 9:30, something like that. So that's a good thing. It won't be quite as late of a game as normal. Alright, so we're going to head down to Magic Dumpster. Every single order we've taken tonight has been over $10. Our average order has probably been close to like $15. It's been an absolutely phenomenal night of delivery. We're at $97 with a pending tip in under 3 hours. So we are absolutely doing that. Hey, Fat. How's it going? So we're at the end of the first quarter, so there's no action going on in the game as we speak. So, but we are talking the Chiefs are up 7-3 on the Bills at the end of the first quarter, but the Bills have the ball, trying to put a drive together. All right, sorry, I got to adjust the phone a little bit. Alright, so we're going to work our way. We're going to go sit by Magic Dumpster for, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes. See if there's any good orders down there. You're a servant of God. That's awesome. That is a good position to be in life. Servant of God and a servant to all. Because if you're a servant of God, the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve and give his life as a ransom for many. Alright, so we are going to go park by Magic Dumpster. It is 7:22. We'll hang down here for about 8 minutes or so. If we don't get any offers by 7:30, we'll move again. But we've done pretty well down here. Almost all of our offers have come out of here tonight. We're just kind of waiting for the right order to come. We've done awesome. We're almost at $100 in less than 3 hours. We're averaging like $35 an hour tonight, which is beautiful. It's what we love to see. Don't always get it, but on the nights you get it, you got to enjoy it. Some awesome tipping customers and some awesome channel subscribers and channel members hanging out with this whole time. So about a 4-yard gain for the Bills on that last play. Taylor Swift happy. Yeah, so I picked the Chiefs and the Commanders, so obviously the Commanders did not hold up their part. So for you Chiefs fans, I hope I didn't jinx you by picking you guys to win this game. I just don't want to see the Bills in the Super Bowl. I'm a Dolphins fan, so I would rather do that. T2, thank you for hanging out with us here tonight. Appreciate you. So for everybody who is watching live or on replay, this is a side of Hustle. The goal of this channel is to move 10,000 people from stupid broke to self-defined millionaires. But we were doing lots of sports coverage on here previously. We are transitioning that all over to the link that is in the pinned comment, MetropoliFins. That is baseball and football coverage from a New York Mets and Miami Dolphins fan perspective. So we'd welcome you to like this channel, but if you are a sports fan, I'd be even more appreciative if you would go hang out on the new channel as well. We should be able to vertical live stream over there, but YouTube's not letting us do that yet. That's why we're doing it on this one, because I'm out doing food delivery while also talking football. So our goal is to stay out here till halftime probably, or till the orders die down, whatever comes first. We'll see. It's 7:24. Orders can die off pretty quickly, but it's a little early. Bills are cursed. Yeah, poor Jim Kelly. I mean, it's cursed in one way, but then there's lots of other teams that would love to lose 3 Super Bowls in a row because they never make it that far. I mean, as a Dolphins fan, last time the Dolphins even made it to a Super Bowl was what, 84? Was it 1984? Not in my memorable life. It was before I was conscious to football. All right, 2nd and 20 for the Bills after a fumble. They did manage to recover it, but still. T2, are you an actual Chiefs fan yourself, or do you have a team that you root for outside of the Chiefs or other than the Chiefs? All right, caught inside the 6. That should make it 1st and goal for the Bills. The Bills are trying to punch back here, trying to take the lead. Oh, yeah. Yep. I wish I could have seen Marino play in this modern era where you can't touch the quarterback. Because Marino was setting records when you could just absolutely destroy the quarterback. Touchdown, Bills! Touchdown, Bills. That's why I'm rooting for the Chiefs. There's just no way I can root for the Bills. Robert Reed, you're in prison. Well, that's not good. I'm a little surprised they allow you to be on YouTube, but maybe this is the right channel for you. Goal of this channel is to move 10,000 people from stupid broke to self-defined millionaires, from poor in every area of your life to rich in every area of your life. So, sorry to hear that life's twists and turns have landed you there, but I don't believe that God is done with you yet, and I believe that there is opportunity for forgiveness and redemption. And I don't know what you're in jail for, but I believe that Jesus loves you and he died for you. So if you don't have that relationship fixed, that would be where I would recommend start with that. Start a relationship with God by trusting in the person of Jesus Christ. So yeah, I know, playing Sharks. Bills just scored. You're all Boston teams. Well, so you had a pretty good run then with Boston teams, T2. So, I mean, for years it was not good. Like the 80s were not good to you, and even into the early 90s. You bet on KC? Yeah, I don't do any sports betting, but it seemed like people sometimes end up betting with their heart instead of with their head. Like that's why I kind of picked the Commanders, but I was picking them with my heart more so than my head, because I really wanted to see the Commanders win, even though everything said the Eagles were the better team, and which is why I don't bet, because my head and my heart are too attached to one another. We're gonna hang here for a couple more minutes, but if we don't get any orders, we're gonna move to somewhere else. There's some pizza places and stuff we can go by. Try to find that. Yeah, well, and even this is not to degrade Brady, but one of the things that helped the Patriots during their run is that pretty much the entire AFC East was horrible for a good 20 years. I mean, there were years, right, like the Dolphins could like get a split against them or something like that. The Dolphins actually played Brady pretty well. Brady's record against the Dolphins is definitely not as good as against a lot of the other teams. However, the Dolphins couldn't win lots of easier games. So, but I mean, yeah, the Red Sox had a nice run. How many championships did they get in like a 10-year span? Did they get like 2 or 3? They got at least 2. I think they got 3, right? I think they got 3 championships. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That was like the only thing Dolphins fans had to cheer about, was like, well, at least we could beat. They got 4. Wow. Yeah, that was a good. I mean, you obviously had to wait like 80 years to get them, but it was a really nice run by the Red Sox, especially coming off the domination that the Yankees had for years. So, yeah, Audrey, how are you doing tonight? Talking sport, or actually talking Boston sports right now. So the Bills just took the lead here over the Chiefs. It would not surprise me at all if I go 0 for 2, because I picked Chiefs and Commanders, and Eagles already dispatched of the Chiefs. Or, sorry, Eagles already dispatched the Commanders, and Bills now have a lead over the Chiefs. So, it's good. So, just make sure, everybody, if you are a sports fan, make sure you click on that pinned comment to MetropoliFins. That's where all the sports content is going to eventually here. The only reason I'm vertical streaming on this channel tonight is because they're not letting me vertical live stream on the new channel yet, even though I'm over the 50 subs. But if you want sports content and only sports content, make sure you head over to there. That's what the focus of that channel is going to be. And I'll probably be live on there tonight after I get home as well. I'm going to do a baseball update. You're on the warden's computer. KC, it has been absolutely awesome tonight. We're at like 90. What were we at here? I think we're at $97 in less than 3 hours. 04, 07, 13, and 18. Wow, I would not have guessed that they won in 2018. I would have guessed it was longer ago than that. That's crazy. I mean, I guess 2018 is like 7 years ago, but it doesn't feel like it's 7 years ago. 6 seasons ago. Or yeah, it was great. We started at 4:30. This is the first time we've really had a break for more than 5 minutes. And we have a pending tip. So we could technically be over 100 already, because it was like 12 items from a sushi restaurant. It's $10 for 3 miles on Uber. So we'll know in a little bit. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. But with that being said, we'll keep the stream going. But I'm gonna move. No shopping orders tonight. Like no Instacart or no shopping on Uber or DoorDash. It's just been almost all high-end restaurants too, like fancy pants restaurants, like $50 a plate restaurants. So had a couple from Cheesecake Factory and yeah, I had one nice $25 Grubhub. Like Grubhub does nothing for long chunks of time, and then every once in a while they just throw out like an amazing order. In fact, this is probably the most I've made on Grubhub in a long time. I'm almost at 150 on Grubhub on the week, which is so crazy. That's way more than I normally make. There's a lot of weeks I'll take 1 or 0 Grubhub. Justin Turner. Man, that's a player that the Mets let get away. He's actually still a free agent right now. And I kind of wonder if there's a chance that the Mets might do this. I'm going to turn off the light here just because I'm downtown, but there's some lights. You should be able to see me here. There's a few too many pedestrians to leave the light on for the moment. Mets are still looking for another outfielder. They're, and or a decent like DH utility guy. So I wonder. I mean, it's kind of surprising to me. And he's the type of guy you want in a clubhouse. He's kind of that gritty, tough guy. He's like the type of guy who'll show up in a playoff series. So I can't imagine he won't get signed before the season starts. Clayton Kershaw is also still a free agent, which is that's mind-blowing to me. I mean, you talk about, people always get upset with players not showing loyalty in sports, but I mean, if you're the Dodgers, like, sign that man. And I mean, I know the Dodgers have signed everybody, but if you're the Dodgers, sign that man. Actually, honestly, I would be happy if the Mets signed Clayton Kershaw on a 1-year deal or a 2-year with an opt-out. I would love to have Kershaw. I wonder, well, here's the thing. So we were talking about this over on the MetropoliFins channel last night. But do you think Clayton Kershaw would ever get to the point where he would do what John Smoltz did? Because John Smoltz decided to become a reliever to kind of extend his career for a couple of years and put up a bunch of saves and everything like that. Like, could you imagine Clayton Kershaw coming out of the pen, but he only has to pitch 1 inning? He could just throw gas for 1 inning and take 2 or 3 days off. Yep, Max Scherzer is still a free agent. The Mets and Yankees are both looking at Max. I know, talking to Mets fans, most of the Mets fans don't want Max back. He left a really bitter flavor in their mouth. So, yes. There were lots of rumors for a while that like the Astros were done with Bregman. And then in like the last week and a half, it's been like Astros really want Bregman back, because for a while it sounded like Bregman was trending towards the Mets. Of course, the Mets have their big Pete Alonso problem. We've been covering that on the other channels. So again, for those of you who are sports fans, make sure you click on that link to MetropoliFins, because that's where all of my sports content that was on this channel is headed over to, and we're already doing stuff over there. The only reason I'm on this channel right now is that they're not allowing me to vertical live stream yet on the other channel. So, but MetropoliFins, it's baseball and football coverage from a New York Mets, Miami Dolphins fan perspective. But I'd love to have you guys go over there. I'll probably be live over there later tonight once I'm done, but I'm just out doing some food delivery right now. So appreciate all you guys hanging out. So you're welcome to subscribe here. But if you're a sports fan, make sure you click on that pinned comment. That's going to lead you to MetropoliFins, New York Mets and Miami Dolphins coverage, as well as just general baseball and football. So we'll do an update. I saw Ryan Presley, he's a free agent pitcher. I saw he signed today, and I think he's a reliever, right? Signed with the Cubs. So, yeah, so Scherzer, Kershaw as bullpen guys, like, I love that idea. And then still spot start, right? I mean, you could bring both of them in as bullpen guys, and then also let them be spot starters. You know, anytime you need like an extra, like a sixth guy, or you got like a rain out that you got a double header, you know, where you only need to get 3 to 5 innings out of them. You know, it's like, it could be a bullpen game technically, but you let Scherzer just go till he's out of gas and just say, look, you don't need to pace yourself. You just pitch your heart out. You pitch your heart out until you're done. And if all you get is 3 innings, that's great. Yeah, Red Sox, Patriots, Celtics. Very nice. You do any hockey? I don't really follow hockey and basketball. I do follow March Madness, because March is like the month where there's no football and there's no real baseball. So like college basketball fits in perfectly in that 1 month. So I just like, I don't follow college basketball the rest of the season, but I kind of cram like the week. I'll start watching a little bit during the conference championships, but then I'll really just cram in all my basketball knowledge that I need to know. Yeah, it's true. Like, sometimes it's just good for these guys to get a change of scenery. It's not that they're not. I mean, they're all some of the best, absolute best players in the world. Even the guys who frustrate you and blow saves and blow games or strike out when they're not supposed to, fumble the ball. They're still absolutely amazing athletes doing something that pretty much nobody else can do. And sometimes that change of scenery is a thing. So, yep, Flaherty's out there. Some of the big Mets room. By the way, we cover all this stuff over on the other channel all the time. Like, I got lots of videos, and I'm trying to do content over there as well, too. So, we've had lots of good discussions. There's Spencer Torkelson, for those of you familiar with that name. He was the #1 overall draft pick a few years back in 2020, I believe. He's with the Tigers, but he's appearing to be without a position. So there's lots of talk that the Mets might, if Pete Alonso doesn't want to come back, the Mets might try to make a trade. And I was trying to put something together for that would involve something like Brett Beatty, Starling Marte, Jeff McNeil, and maybe about $8 million for Torkelson. Maybe you got to throw in one more prospect from the Mets. But I mean, Torkelson doesn't really have a position. Colt Keith pretty much has first base locked up. And I'd be, no matter what team I was a fan of, I would, if you don't have a first baseman that you love, I'd love the idea of taking a flyer on Spencer Torkelson. Some guys, especially, you got to remember that 2020 class had their, that last season was just ruined with all the COVID stuff. So all those guys were essentially, they missed a year of development, but they were just kind of rushed into things. And sometimes, again, that change of scenery could be a huge deal. So touchdown Chiefs. Chiefs punch back on the Bills. Xavier Worthy, for you fantasy players, gets the touchdown. Hey, Music City Deliveries, thank you so much. Appreciate you stopping on by. If you're out delivering tonight, I hope you are doing awesome. We've had a great night here. We're at $97, just over 3 hours in. It's slowed down in the last little bit, so I'm slowly kind of migrating towards home. Nice. $2.15 on the day. Yeah, I kind of wish I had gotten out earlier when I saw how good supper was tonight, but I'll still take $97 in 3 hours. That's no complaints there for me. But had some other family stuff to do earlier today, so church stuff this morning and family stuff this afternoon, and then technical difficulties battling my phone for a while, but it's all good. But I appreciate you stopping on by. So it is orders after that last delivery that I did, which was right before this stream, and then did one right after it. Hey, Music City Deliveries, thank you for the super chat. That'll go far for the car. All memberships, super chats, ad revenue that I'm taking in through YouTube is going. We're saving it up towards a second family car. We're currently a one-car family with both my wife and I working and 3 kids. We're all surviving and existing in a Pontiac vibe, so I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. It always just puts a smile on my face. I love it. Love seeing the color pop on the screen. Super chats, never expected, but always so appreciated. And Kaylee's an awesome supporter of this channel. She's been around here for a long time. I've gotten to watch, I don't get to watch too much, but I've gotten to watch some of her content coming out, and so appreciate her sending you guys over here. And for those of you who are regulars on here, Kaylee Makes Money, I believe that's the name she's going by right now. Make sure you go follow her stream. She pops in and out, but of course she's streaming now more too. It's a cool thing to do. So yes, exclamation point. I have 8 left. Period. How many are you interested in? Question mark. All right, we're responding to a Facebook Marketplace customer. Got it. You want to respond to those Facebook Marketplace requests right away. It's your best chance to convert a sale. We already had one sale on Facebook Marketplace today. Sold some MREs that I've had sitting around that I just need to clear out of the house. And so we got worked that out. I got somebody else who's interested in picking up a table that I'm selling. So yeah, Kansas City Chiefs just scored the touchdown, taking the lead again. It is 14-10 Chiefs. So for those of you who are like me, the rare few, I'm in a small minority of not Chiefs fans rooting for the Chiefs, but I'm happy. I don't want to even see. Now I'll be rooting against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I'm all in for the Eagles. I really wanted the Commanders to win, but I was already committed to cheering for the NFC no matter what, because I don't want the Bills or the Chiefs to win. But the good news is these 4 teams provide great food choices. So our family Super Bowl tradition is we pick one food from each of the 4 cities that the final 4 teams are from. So that becomes our Super Bowl party menu. It's really fun. So Kansas City, I always love when they make the final 4 because it means we get to barbecue. So we got Kansas City barbecue, we got buffalo wings, then we got crab dip for the Commanders, and then we're going to do Philly cheesesteak sliders for the Eagles. So our menu is absolutely rocking this year. I love the menu. So it's like you've got some heavy stuff, some light stuff. It is absolutely beautiful. So it was like my favorite tradition, one of my favorite traditions that we started. Yeah. So we bought the so we're slowly, I went shopping at Costco yesterday. So we got the crab dip yesterday, and we got the 10-pound bag of wings from Costco, because that'll probably get us through the night. And then I'm gonna go pretty simple on the cheesesteaks this year, just because of the amount of time. We'll probably just get like the steakums. I know it's kind of cheater style, but get like the frozen steakums, and then get some Hawaiian rolls or something. And then what was the other thing? I think we're gonna order the barbecue from a local restaurant. We don't have the greatest we're in Florida here, so like we don't have top tier barbecue, but we've got a couple places that are passable. It's better than what I can make, right? So it's definitely nowhere near the level of like a good Kansas City barbecue. You know, by the way, if you go to Kansas City, my favorite Kansas City barbecue place is Arthur Bryant's. Arthur Bryant's that's the best one I've had in Kansas City. So we can't get quite that good, but we can still get decent stuff. At least a good smoky flavor to it. They lack on the tenderness. I think they rush it down here. I think that's one of the big things. And maybe the wood is not as high a quality wood. So yeah, Texas barbecue is good as well. I'm trying to remember the one I like in Austin. There's a really good barbecue place in Austin that I've been to. But it's been a while. It's been quite a few years. Been probably like 2 years since I've been through Kansas City. But it's been like probably 4 or 5 years now since I've been to Austin. Yeah, it's a really fun thing. Just take the 4 remaining teams that are left, and then just research. And so like there's cool stuff. So we did like when the Rams were one of the final 4 teams, we did the animal fries, which is like a In-N-Out special like secret menu thing. It's kind of like fries with like a special sauce on them. When it was the Bengals, we did like Skyline chili, which is like the chili over spaghetti. It's a really fun way to spice up your like your Super Bowl party, because everybody ends up getting the same things. Now with Chiefs, we end up getting barbecue every year, which is not too bad, but it's okay. You guys know the barbecue place. Like I've eaten at a lot of barbecue places in Kansas City. Probably 10 or 12. Now, if you're going to be entertaining a group of people, Gates is probably the safest bet if you've got like a party of 10, 15, 20. But my big issue with Gates is, unless they've changed, they don't make their own sweet tea. Like, how can you be a barbecue joint and not make your own sweet tea? Like, I don't want brisk when I'm at a barbecue place. I want liquid candy. I want the stuff you brewed. They're gonna catch you, Robert Reed. Well, I can't help you with that. I cannot help you if you're on the warden's computer. Other than say, just get back in your jail cell and you'll be good to go. I know a lot of people like Jack Stacks in Kansas City. He's a troll. He's a funny troll, though. I mean, that's the type. I'm good with the funny trolls. I do like the funny trolls. I'm rocking and roll. It's way better than the vulgar, vile trolls. I don't even know why we're headed to the north end of town. This is usually the time I head to the south end of town, but we'll see what we can find. Pat Mahomes, the new Tom Brady. The question is, can he sustain it over the long run? It was $24 for 14-mile double. But it's 2 separate restaurant pickups, 2 separate drop-offs, and it's not a good drop-off. So it's really close. If it was about 5 less miles, I think I would take that. But having to pick up from 2 restaurants and do 2 drop-offs is rough. That order needs to be a little closer to 30 to make that one worth it, I think. So, close. Yeah, no, I agree. It's just amazing to me. It is just amazing to me how there's been, with all of what people think should bring parity, right, which is a salary cap in football, you get so many repeat champions. And in baseball, where everyone complains there's not a salary cap, you haven't had a repeat champion in 25 years, I believe it is. Something crazy like that. So, I don't know. I can't really explain it, because you would think the salary cap should lead to more parity. And I mean, you do have parity in the sense of the bottom half of teams rotate a lot. But I mean, it has just been Patriots. And I mean, I know it's a quarterback league, so I get that too. But I mean, it's been Brady and it's been Mahomes. And it's just been so tough for anybody else to break through. I mean, it's just, I don't know, like, I wouldn't say it's broken. I mean, sometimes you just have dominance, right? It's just what it is. I mean, and I'm going to put the ref conspiracy stuff to the side. It's a fun talking point, and I mean, if you want to dig into it at a separate time, that's fine. But just from a simple, we're parked at the Crust Pizza, by the way. I'm not going to hang here super long. It's but orders have dried up. I've seen some, they're just all either super high mileage or super low dollars. I want high dollars for low mileage right now. I don't want to be driving all around town. So, yeah, I know. Seven is so much. But a three-peat is also super strong because it's just so hard. I don't know. My gut says the Chiefs will not win it all this year. That's what my gut says at the moment. But they also keep defying the odds. They keep figuring out all these ways to win. And sometimes, you know, a team that blows everybody out is the great team, but other times it's the team that just finds ways to win no matter what. That scrappy team. And the Chiefs this year kind of are like that scrappy team. They just kind of keep finding ways to win in seemingly impossible situations. Yep, Taylor Swift be happy. That is for sure. Taylor Swift be happy. So, for all you sports fans, make sure you click on that pinned link. We're at 62 subs on the new channel, MetropoliFins. That's where all the sports talk is going very, very soon. Most of it's already over there. Everything's there except vertical lives. So if you're enjoying this talk and this hangout and talking sports, make sure you click on that pinned link, subscribe over to MetropoliFins. This channel is primarily about side hustle and improving your life. But we started doing this, and then we ended up gaining a bunch of sports fans. I'm like, oh, okay, so people kind of like how I do sports stuff too. So it inspired me to start a new channel over there. And so I'm gonna live stream. Now, obviously, when you're live streaming sports, you can't actually play it on your screen. But I'm gonna be live streaming like baseball games throughout the year, a lot of the Mets games, or as many of the Mets games as I possibly can. There will be some nights I can't because my own son's baseball games come before the Mets. But he wants to be on the Mets someday too, so just consider it a future Mets game. So he is 9 years old. Last year he made the All-Star team. He made the 8 to 10-year-old All-Star team as an 8-year-old. So yeah, no, exactly. And I appreciate you being here. I just want to make sure everybody knows and understands that, like, this channel is primarily about like how to get out of debt, how to mentally fix things, you know, how to kind of fix broken things in your life. That's what this channel primarily is. But we had so many sports fans, we started talking sports, and then we just started gaining swaths of sports fans. I'm like, okay, the channel was just going in 2 different directions, and I had built out so much content for the life improvement side over here, and I hadn't built out the long form content yet. Yeah, so we've talked about, I joke with him now. I'm like, I've told him, I will always root for you, but I will not always root for your team. So, but I told, he knows. For a while, I was like, I'll play for any team except like the Braves and the Phillies. I'm like, no. Look, if you get drafted by the Phillies, you go play for the Phillies. You get drafted by the Phillies, you go play for the Phillies. I'll suck it up, Buttercup, and go to Phillies games, but or Braves games, that would be even worse. So no, you know the drill. It's like ultimately, if you're looking for the job, you just take the employer who wants to employ you. It's like you might have your dream job, like your dream, his dream team might be to play for the Mets, but we got another 10 years to worry about draft stuff yet. So, but I like his coaches this year. His coaches are into analytics, so it's been fun. Like we're only 2 practices in, but his coaches are in analytics, timing from first. He's the fastest kid on the team from home to first. He's about 4th fastest from first to second, but that's because he's a lefty, so he gets out of. Oh yeah, I'm a baseball. Baseball is my number 1 sport. I grew up a baseball fan. I grew up in New Jersey in the 80s. Love the Mets. I've always been a football fan too. But what's the difference? I don't know. If it's a vile joke, don't give me the answer, because we will just time you out. Yeah, I kind of figured. See ya. Doesn't take too long. We kind of know what we're doing here. Oh, you beat me. Yeah, I know. And as a Mets and a Dolphins fan, born in the 80s, that is the only professional championship that I have had in my life. Only one in my entire life. I knew almost certainly, like, I'm not even going to read the whole joke out loud. I knew almost certainly, I tried to give him a warning, but he already had his copy pasta ready to go, so. Because there ain't no way a 12-year-old can type that fast. Trolling. Man, it's just, everything died quickly tonight, which we know can be the case on Sundays. You gotta get the money while the money is there to get, but there's just, everything just dried up. So, all right, let's get back to the actual game that we're supposedly covering here too. It is 14-10 Chiefs, 3rd and goal. So the Chiefs are looking, this could, now I'm not gonna say the Bills are out of it, but if I could have my dream retirement, and I'm not expecting this, but my dream retirement would just be to go to baseball every day. Get season tickets, get season tickets and go to every game. That is, I could live at a baseball stadium. I mean, I think baseball is far superior in person than it is on TV. And I'm a purist too. I don't like a lot of the decisions of what they've made for baseball recently, but in my heart of hearts, just like even just being able to help coach my son in Little League, I just love it. I love the strategy. Baseball's got a level of, it's a team sport, but it's such an individual mind game sport too. Yeah, I agree. The baseball is great on radio. Oh my goodness, so my bedtime was like 8 o'clock probably most of the time when I was like middle school years, we'll say that, like 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th grade, early 90s. And I had a little portable radio, and I fell asleep to baseball games just for years. I would just, the Mets would be on, and I remember going to bed and like the Mets wouldn't be on the radio, and I'd be like so sad. So like, I didn't know what to do. Like I literally fell asleep listening to the Mets on radio for years. Because no TVs were allowed in the room, that's for sure. And I mean, some of the radio broadcasters, and this is that you just have to be good in order to be a good, like you don't have to be as good to be a TV broadcaster, even though I think it helps, but because you have to paint a picture of the game. I know you hate the Chiefs, but I'm rooting all in. You should be more upset about the Eagles destroying the Commanders. Savage. Man, so if you ended up with a Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl, are you even going to watch that, Savage? Savage is a Cowboys fan, just so you all know. You're more upset about KC, Philly. I don't know, it doesn't bug me. You know, I'm just not sick of Mahomes because maybe it's because he's not in my division. I was so sick of Brady so quick. But I'm a Dolphins fan, you know, right? Like, so it was like we had to face him twice a year and then sometimes 3 times if you met him in the playoffs. And wow. That is crazy. I mean, we have a pretty decent volume of orders coming through, guys. They're just not good. They're all just high dollar for long miles or short, but not good. Sassy, I will certainly be praying for you. Sounds like you need to start making some life change decisions. Can't go against Taylor Swift. She's too pretty. I mean, just in general, you know the old joke, sushi is good and gas stations are good, but gas station sushi not so good. In general, if you're buying something at a gas station, most of the time it's a poor decision that led you to it, unless you're literally just buying gas for your car. Because everything there is overpriced. There's not anything there. I'd say my one exception is a Slurpee every once in a while. Yeah, I don't get the Swifties. I mean, to each their own. I just don't. I don't get it. So it is 21-10 Chiefs. Chiefs have the score. The touchdown is done. Apparently my Grassi stream went out on me. Let me reload it here. When are Bills going into panic mode? $21-10 is where we are at. We'll stay live on here at least through halftime, even if there's not any great orders to be found. There's just no orders coming through. We were absolutely tons of orders, so. Bills return the kickoff to the 26-yard line here. You don't think Batman's gonna watch the Super Bowl? So we'll stay live through halftime, and then I'll drive towards home. If we don't get any other orders after that, then we'll call the stream. But then I will I am going to hop on MetropoliFins. That is the pinned channel in here. The pinned comment is MetropoliFins, so I'm going to hop on that channel when I get home. This, of course, is assuming there is no more good orders coming through. I'll hang out here for the you're watching it. His football fandom trumps his hatred for the Chiefs. And he'll be rooting hard for the Eagles. I know, football makes people do lots of things. Pass interference on the Chiefs here. Yeah, it is crazy to me how these apps change so much from day to day and even week to week. So, like, I always love trashing Grubhub. But this is my Grubhub for the week, guys. I don't know if I've ever made over $100 in a week on Grubhub. And that's not like I was running only Grubhub. It's just I got good Grubhub orders. You know, we got one today. We got one order, $25 for 8 miles. So... And like UberEats was better for me this week. I'm at like $260 on UberEats. I don't know if that includes tonight or not. I'm gonna be like $180 on DoorDash. And my Instacart was crazy this week. I'm over $300 on Instacart. I can't even remember. I'm gonna tell you, the last week I was over $300 on Instacart was October 14th through the 20th. That was the last time I had a week over 300 on Instacart. Like, but here it is. Hey. All right, the Bills are now in field goal range. All right, so we're gonna hang out here. We're in the parking lot of the Crust right now, which is one of our pizza places in town. In case, not expecting it, but just in case Grassi decides to raid us. For those of you who don't know, Tom Grassi is a huge football streamer, is closing in on 800,000 subscribers, but he's raided our channel a couple times at halftime. He loves to raid small creators, and he's just been a huge supporter of us. One of the ways that this channel got monetized was everyone that was sent over there, over to us during these halftime raids and my follow-up thank you videos and stuff. It's been really, really, really cool, and I'm super appreciative of everything he's done for the channel. So I'm gonna actually just pause. I'm just gonna pause everything for right now, and I'm just gonna chill here. We'll try to update you guys on what the Bills do here before halftime, and then if there is a Grassi raid, in fact, what I think I'm going to do is, you're out on parole now, Robert. Well, that moved really quickly. Is that because you changed something on the computer to make that happen? Second and 10 with 29 seconds left in the half. They are on the Chiefs 34. We're looking at about a 51, 52-yard field goal attempt. Of course, the Bills are going to try to get at least another first down here, if possible. I'm going to switch over. I'm going to join the Grassi stream and raid with him tonight. I don't always get to do it, but since I am able to do it tonight, I'm going to do it because Grassi has rated us as a small creator. I like also supporting and raiding with him when I can. Touchdown Bills! Wow, that is a huge game changer. Defensive pass interference, so the touchdown is going to stand. It is going to be 21-16. 21-17. That's big. That's big for the second half of this game. So touchdown is good. They kicked the extra point. That was good, but there's a flag on the play. So not exactly sure what the call is here. Offsides. Ooh, it looks like the Bills might go for 2 now after that offsides penalty. It's going to take a point off the board, but if they're successful, they get within 3. So it was 21-17. Now we're back to 21-16. But because the penalty, now the Bills are going to go for 2, try to get within 3. 23 seconds left in the first half. All right, and the 2-point conversion is no good. So it's going to be 21-16. They took the point off the board. Not often you see coaches do that, even if it is more advantageous. I guess occasionally you see like some penalty that will take a field goal off the board and give them a first down. That's a little different, but in this case, it only moved them a little bit closer. They went for 2 and it didn't work. All right, so it is 21-16. Yeah, 40 million people watching. I'm sure this is, I mean, the Super Bowl will be bigger, but this will probably be the second most watched game of the season. There's probably a lot of people who think that this is the Super Bowl. Like, whoever wins this game will beat the Eagles. I'm sure there's a lot of people. Grassi's getting his posse ready to do the raids at halftime. We are on a commercial break right now. The Bills just scored a touchdown, kicked the extra point, but there was offside, so they decided then go for 2, and they missed it. And so that's where we're at. We're 21-16. They are down by 5. About to shop a Walmart order. Awesome, Kaylee. Have you had a good delivery day today? We had a great delivery supper, 3 hours, and then it just absolutely died. All right, that earlier Tokyo Thai sushi, that was the $10 We took the final tip on that came through as $12.23, so that puts us at $99. We're at $99. But our dollars per hour keeps going down because we're just not getting any orders. I'm actually paused on all the orders right now. We're gonna hang on here. I'm just gonna wait here until Grassy does his raids. I am gonna be raiding with him. Kind of a good day. Well, I appreciate you. It was fun meeting a bunch of people from your channel tonight, Kaylee, so thank you for sharing. All right, it is halftime. Chiefs are going to get the ball, so I think it's a big deal that the Bills were able to score that touchdown there. I'm going to be joining the raids on Grassy, so all right, I'm going to be joining the Grassy raids, and if Grassy ends up raiding us, then, of course, we will represent in here. It's halftime. I was number 6. Well, I appreciate it so much, Kaylee. Thank you. Awesome, awesome. All right, I was third that time. Grassy, Birchwood, and then me. I was number 3. Try to be as fast as I can. It's hard to do it on mobile and be like super fast. If Kaylee, you can post the link for Music City if you've got the channel. Broncos fans are doing. There you go. Thank you, Kaylee. Oh, I'm slow on this one. Took me like 5 times to actually click on the link. They don't know who Tom Grassy is. That's funny. I'm doing the Grassy raids right now, Kaylee, so I haven't. I'll check in a second, Kaylee. I'm trying to support Tom with the Grassy raids here because he supported us so much. We don't leave at halftime, Grassy. User 1, good evening to you. I was number 5 on that one. A lot better that time. Oh, I was number 2. I was number 2. I was the first post after Grassi from a side of hustle. Look at that. Look at that right there. First one after Grassi. That's good work, Kaylee. That's the way to build those. All right, Grassy is done with the raids. I'm going to turn all the apps back on. We're going to start heading in the direction of home. But we'll see after like a 15-minute break. We'll see if anything woke up again here. So we're going to do that. And then if I get home in time, I'm going to go horizontal live stream over on the MetropoliFins channel. So, and we'll just kind of hang out with whoever wants to hang out over there. And just talk football the rest of the way. So that is going to be the plan. Of course, unless we get good deliveries, which at this point, we haven't seen a good delivery for an hour. So I think we're basically over. Well, that is good to hear, Kaylee. $7 for 15 miles. That's the first order we get. Yeah, I think that's all signs are deliveries are over. But we got $99. We got $99. We got it in 3 hours too. Just that there was nothing else in the next hour. But we're all good. Pizza! Javid. I had pizza today. I had pizza today for the first time in like 3.5 weeks. 90 English pounds, is that what it transfers to? I don't know the conversion too well on that, but $99. Fried egg on pizza. Not had that one. I've had fried egg on a burger. Give me like bacon and eggs, a little maple syrup, like fried egg, like a couple of gooey fried eggs. Some bacon on a burger, little maple syrup, some good stuff. By the way, we are going to go by some potential places that could have orders for us, so I'm not completely giving up on the night, but we are at the point where orders tend to fall off on a Sunday night anyway, and I gotta be up at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Steak Parmesan. No, I've had chicken parm and veal parm, but I have not had steak parm. Now, do you bread the steak for steak parm like you bread the chicken? Tell me more, Javid. Tell me more. You say steak, I'm listening. You say steak, and I am listening. So we're going to go by a couple of pizza places, some bar food from the UK, near Manchester. Awesome. My sister and her family used to live in London for a little while. They were there for a few years. Close game, DB Cooper. Absolutely. Absolutely. The Bills needed that touchdown before halftime. For their sake, it's a little bad that they didn't convert on the 2-point conversion, but I still feel like this game could get out of hand really quick. $50. That better be pretty good. If I'm spending $50 on a meal, it better be some good steak. So the Chiefs get the ball coming out of the half, so chips and beans, which is like potatoes, right? Chips is potatoes because that's what fish chips is. Yeah, so my wife likes to eat just with like what we Americans call potato chips. I think you guys call them crisps, but potato chips. And she'll eat those with just a can of baked beans. So I'm familiar with like that bean, salty, sweet combo type of thing. Okay. Yeah, so it sounds similar to a chicken parm. Well, I actually just bought some steak yesterday. I'm going to be doing quite a carnivore diet now, but what I could call like a mostly keto diet. A mostly keto diet. So steak and eggs is good too. For breakfast, steak for lunch, steak for dinner. I heard that question again today. Yeah, no, I like me some good steak. Null set? Can I call you null set? That's what I would call that. I don't know if that's what you want me to call you. Because that's like a 0 with a line through it. That means null set, I think. But if there's another name you want me to call you, just let me know. No, I mean, if there was one food, like you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life. When I was younger, I would have said pizza. But I think now that I'm older, I think I would say steak. It's like, yeah, I mean, eventually you get, I'd want some variety. But if I could only have one thing, it's hard to argue against steak. Man, now y'all are making me hungry. How's it going, life? I don't even know if I understand all that, but I appreciate you being in here. So, welcome all of you guys to A Side of Hustle. The goal of this channel is to move 10,000 people from stupid broke to self-defined millionaires, from poor in every area of your life to rich in every area of life. Oh, we're boxing. Oh yeah, I'd be destroyed. I've got the reaction time of a tortoise. Especially at my age, like, oh, what was that? Oh, that was a fist to my face. I'd be totally toast. Jake Paul held his own against Mike Tyson, but if I went in against Mike Tyson in the ring, I would be completely done. Jaeger, it was awesome for 3 hours, and then it completely died. Completely died. There were a couple of high dollar, high mileage orders, but I didn't feel like running 15, 20 mile orders tonight. So I passed on those. But if you guys are sports fans, make sure you click on that pinned comment. That is MetropoliFins. That's my newest sports channel that I launched. And that's where most of my sports content is going. All of it is headed there eventually. I just can't figure out how to vertical live stream over there yet. So we're over on this channel today. But if I don't get any orders in the next few minutes, I'm actually going to be when I get home. Oh, I might have to take this order. Yeah, I think I have to take this order. This is $12 for 1 mile here. So we are going to take this order. $12 for 1 mile. So we got to double back just a little bit here to get to California Pizza Kitchen. $12 for 1 mile. Can't turn that down. I was planning on headed home, but every once in a while you get a good order and then you got to take it. So pull our little U-turn. Gonna pause our DoorDash for a few minutes. Our DoorDash ends at 9 o'clock too, so I think I have one scheduled at 9:30. But so sorry to hear that you're gonna die tonight. I'm sorry to hear that. That's unfortunate. I hope you have your life made right with Jesus since you're gonna die tonight. Because unfortunately for your joke, it doesn't really work when someone's mom has already passed away. Troll better. Troll better. We are on our way down to California Pizza Kitchen. Thank you, as always, moderators, for being absolutely awesome. You guys rock my socks off. That's like a nice 90s term, right? Rock my socks off. All right, this is actually for Grubhub. So Grubhub is continuing with its like record awesome week. California Pizza Kitchen's $12 for 1 mile. I'm almost positive it's going to the hotel down the end of the street, which is a nice easy drop off. I'm also not far from them anyway, so we are going to be doing that. Third quarter is probably about to begin or has already begun. I've kind of gone into mental shutdown mode here. Kind of was like, oh, we're done, but we're not. Every once in a while when you think you're done, drag you back in. Yeah, so third quarter has just started. We are rocking and rolling. Chiefs have the ball coming out for the third quarter. As soon as we get this order up, I'd actually turned off the Grassi stream, so I got to turn it back on so I can update you. Man, what is up with the trolls tonight? They're extra vile. Like, we've had like one fun troll. One fun troll is all we've had tonight. Everybody else is, like, they're not even like trying to be funny. They're just being gross. I don't really understand that. Oh, it's because they all have to go back to school tomorrow. Aw, poor little 12-year-olds in the mommy's basement. Gotta go to school tomorrow. All right, we're gonna ask our valet here if we can just pull up and park. Good evening. Is it okay if I park up here for a quick pickup? All right, thank you so much. All right, we're gonna do that. Oh, it's kind of gotten chilly out. I haven't been outside for like an hour because we've just been stuck in the car doing nothing. Well, this order will officially put us over $100 on the day. This is Grubhub. It's not letting me mark as arrived. Gotta love Grubhub. Gotta love Grubhub. Alright, well, I'm gonna go figure out what's in this order. It says 6 items. That's a lot of items. Is it pizza? Pizza, pizza, cookie, cookie, soda, water. Okay. Alright. I will be right back with you guys in just a moment. And then we'll keep going on everything. Man, that's just a lot of messages that had to be deleted really, really fast. You mods are awesome. Thank you guys so much. I'll be back with you guys shortly. Thank you. Have a good night. You got a friend. Awesome. Basketball star. You got a girl? Oh, a girlfriend. I missed the girlfriend. Like, you got a friend. Got a girlfriend. Well, congratulations to you. Treat her well. Treat her well. All right, so the order was ready, but we have an interesting thing. Grubhub thinks that this restaurant is not where it is. In order to mark it as picked up, I got to drive to where they think the restaurant is, so I can mark as arrived and picked up. So Welcome everybody to A Side of Hustle. The goal of this channel is to move 10,000 people from stupid broke to self-defined millionaires, from poor in every area of your life to rich in every area of your life. If you are here for the sports side of things, make sure you click on the pinned comment. It is a link to my new sports channel, MetropoliFins, primarily covering baseball and football from a New York Mets and Miami Dolphins fan perspective. So I'd love to have you here or there or in both places, whatever works best for you. So it's gonna let me mark it as arrived here. There. It let me mark it as arrived. I just had to get close enough. Had to get close enough to mark as arrived. Should Tua retire? So I'm a Dolphins fan. So I don't know if my opinion is valid or not, but I will give it to you. I'm gonna say there's a couple things. One, it's almost impossible for any of us fans to have any sort of comprehension as to what it would be like to say goodbye to a sport forever. To work your way to the National Football League is so hard. It's almost impossible. Statistically speaking, it's almost impossible. Obviously, there's always a group of men who make it to the National Football League in any given year. The average length of stay in the NFL is something like 2.5 years. You've got these guys who've been dreaming of this like since they were kids. So I don't want to be the person to tell any professional athlete what they should or shouldn't do, SK. If I were his friend, here's what I would say to him. Just make sure you understand the risks. Obviously, I think everybody understands the potential rewards of being an NFL player, but make sure you understand the risks. And don't only think of the present, also think of your future. But everything we do in life is a risk. You're more likely to die driving to work than Tua is likely, or any football player is likely to have a major injury like playing football. It's more likely to happen, but we still drive, right? We still drive, all right, I'm gonna mark this one as arrived. Let's see, text. I gotta do a custom text on this one. I am here, but I cannot bring the food up to your room at this hotel, period. Please send me your 2-digit code and I will leave your order at the front desk. Thank you! Exclamation point. All right, I'll be back shortly here. I'm gonna just drop this order off and I will be back with you. I agree. It's scary. It's scary to see, but it's not my life. It's his life, and he has to make the decisions for better or worse that he will live with. But I'd be interested to hear what you have to say. I'll be right back. All right, we got that all dropped off. There's like no signal in that building either, so it really makes it a little difficult. We got everything back on. We're still gonna head in the direction of home. We were faked out. We got sent an order when we thought we were done for the night. It's the first order we've taken in like an hour. Part of that, we were just sitting and chilling, not really hunting for orders. But we're gonna still see what we can get here. If there's anything else that's sent our way that's worth taking, we'll take it. But all right, the Bills have the ball. 4th and goal. 4th and goal. All right, the Bills score a touchdown. Touchdown, Bills. And they do not get the 2-point conversions. The second time they've gone for 2 and missed it. They've lost out. If they just kicked the extra point both times, they'd be up by 3. I know what the card says, but you can't be chasing points that early in the game. You just end up falling behind. So it could be 24-21. The Bills actually had an extra point that they took off the board earlier. If that ends up coming to bite the Bills, my goodness. So 1-point lead, 22-21. What a great game. What a great game. Which is what NFL needed this to be, a great game too, because it's been a less than... There have been a couple of good games, but it's definitely been a less than great playoff. With lots of blowouts, not many games gone down to the final possession, so... Yeah, so the way you get to overtime at this point, right, is Chiefs touchdown plus 2-point conversion followed by a Bills touchdown. That's the way. That's the easiest, fastest way to get to overtime. So we're just gonna keep heading in the general direction of home unless we get interrupted by a good order like we did the last time. We just did our extra $12 for 1 mile, so hard to complain about an extra $12 for driving a mile, that's for sure. But other than that order, that's like we've seen one good order in the last hour plus. So it's definitely slowed down. Just out over 4 hours. I mean, we're still over 25 an hour total, but everything, it died early tonight. That's why you got to get out there and make the money while the money making is good on a Sunday. All right, so we're at commercial break right now. The Bills are going to be kicking off to the Chiefs here shortly. Just a dude, hello to you. Thank you for hanging out. So this is the game of the playoffs so far. A lot of people think that this is the real Super Bowl, that whoever wins this is going to be the team that wins the Super Bowl. So we're just headed in the direction of home. We made it already closer to home than we did the last time. When we get home, I'm going to try to get turned around as quick as possible and get streaming on the sports channel because I can do horizontal live there. We'll do that, and then as soon as the game is over, I'm going to do another break, and then we're going to do our hot stove baseball report. So we are not anywhere near done streaming for the night. We've got lots of stuff going down. So I just need a little bit of time to double check on all the Mets rumors and make sure I have all my facts up to date. Well, what's Grubhub sending us? What is Grubhub sending us? Not a good one. $9 for 12 miles. We are about a mile, 2 miles from home. We're running out of time to get a good order. Our DoorDash officially ends at 9 o'clock as well. So sometimes DoorDash likes to send a good one right before your dash ends. So I'll leave everything on. I'm not tired enough to quit, but I also don't believe in delivering if it's clear the orders have dried up. So well, we got the DoorDash order, but it's not good. It's $5 for 3 miles. That's not anything we're excited about. $12 for 25 miles on Uber. We're not excited about that. Plane Sharks, it's just been dead for the last hour. My market falls off on Sunday nights. There's a lot of... Friday nights goes later, Saturday nights goes later, but Sunday nights it usually falls off between 8 and 9, and tonight it was like 7:55 was the last good order, and then we managed to get one in the last, basically one order in the last hour that we've seen. And we've seen a lot of orders too, so it's fine. I'm ready to go home. I need to have a little food really quick, and I'm gonna just hop over on MetropoliFins for the end of the game. So I'm gonna just hop on over to there. My goal is I'm gonna aim for 9:10. All right, 9:10 is gonna be my goal to get set up on MetropoliFins. So we are all the way home. We have made it home. I'm gonna turn everything off. Still a good night. 112 bucks, something like that. 112 bucks in 4 hours. And that's really doing not much at all the last hour and a half, so we're happy with it. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for hanging out. We're gonna hop on over to MetropoliFins. Hopefully I'll be up and running in about 15 minutes. But thank you to everybody. Thank you to the mods for doing lots of work tonight. You're not gonna have to do, I don't think, any modding over on MetropoliFins tonight. We'll see if anybody new joins us, but we're gonna do that. Thank you, Music City Deliveries, for coming on over and for the super chat tonight. Thank you to all the channel members for giving me the freedom to do this, and I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much, and have a great night.